Hi everybody, you've probably heard a lot about Google's new model, Nano-Banana, and how great it is at dealing with image-related generation. And so what I'm going to show you very quickly is how you can build your own app that uses the Nano-Banana model to generate an image based on a prompt. And we're going to do this without writing a single line of code, all of it done end-to-end in under a few minutes. Let's get started. So I'm in Firebase Studio right now, and I'm going to go ahead and write the prompt for building my app. I'm going to say, build me an app that uses the Gemini Nano-Banana model to allow me to provide a prompt and generate an image based on that prompt. Make the app look modern and playful. Let me go ahead and prototype with AI. Now this is going to take a few moments. We use Gemini 2.5 Pro under the covers, so we do a pretty thorough job of generating application based on the prompt we provide. First step, of course, is to look at the blueprint to make sure the app that's being described is something that exactly what I'm looking for. It gave me a name, imagination, clever, and let's say prompt input, image generation. All right, let's click prototype this app because these steps look good. Now we're going to go ahead and build the entire application. It's going to take a combination of things to make sure the UI looks good, make sure the logic behind the scenes works well. We also run the code as well multiple times to make sure there are no errors. So we do a little bit of error checking to make sure that the app that gets generated not only looks good initially, but when you're interacting with it and using it, all the common edge cases are accounted for. So this usually takes a few moments. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to this part. Okay, so the app has been created and this looks promising. Let me first go ahead and hit auto generate to make sure the Gemini API key we need to make this app work is automatically done. You'll notice that Firebase Studio gives you a prompt where you can either paste your API key that you already have created, or you can auto generate ones to avoid having to do that step. And so once the API key is generated, our app should be ready to test. So let's give it a few moments for the API key to be provisioned and the project behind the scenes to be created. And now we're good to go. All right, so create an image, and let's see what prompt do I want to use to test this application. Let's say a banana floating in outer space. Let me hit generate image. This will take a few seconds because it needs to generate the image on the fly. And if everything goes well, which it should, you now see that there's a banana that is now floating in outer space. Now, just for kicks, I want to see this on my phone. This is great on this device, but I really want to use it on my phone. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the share icon, scan this QR code, and display it on my phone. And it takes a second, and the app is loaded. And look at that. Now you have the app also running on the phone, and I can now show it to my friends by just walking over and making it all work. Now, the app works. Before I wrap things up though, I do want to show you a little bit of what happens behind the scenes, because while we were able to do all of this app building without ever having to look at the code, Firebase Studio does create the full code for you. It's not just about vibe coding a sample app, it's really about creating something that's truly production grade. And so when I go into our code mode, you can see the files and folders that make up my current application. And when I look into the source code and look into let's say the AI folder and flows and look at the generate image from prompts directory, and if I scroll down, you can absolutely see here where the code exists, where we define the model, and you can see the official name for the Nano-Banana model to be Google AI, Gemini 2.5 Flash, Image Preview. So you not only have the ability to view your application from a high level using this AI and natural language, you're also just a click away from seeing the code as well. And hopefully, can't wait to see all the great stuff you all create with it also. Just go to studio.firebase.google.com or just Google Firebase Studio, and you'll be able to be doing what I did on your own machine.